A lot of design software usually have the option of generating slab detailed drawings, but sometimes these drawings are not compatible with the specifications of the engineer or are difficult to interpret in the field. Therefore, the design team is forced to generate compatible drawings using AutoCAD software. In this video, we shall learn how to generate these drawings using the stock tools within the software. We shall begin by making the detail annotations, and then we shall look at how to generate the details through an example. I'd covered this a while back, but I didn't do it in much detail. So let's get to it. So the first thing we want to do is to create the rebar arrow and the callout mark. Before we do that, we want to prepare two layers where we shall be doing the work. The first layer, I'm going to call it the detail marks. The second layer, we're going to call it the detailing annotations. Going to give the detailing marks a yellow color. Then the detailing annotations a green color, like that. Then I'm going to make the detailing marks the current layer. Then I close. So I begin by just first creating the rebar arrows. So I'm going to pick the polyline tool, set the starting point at the origin, that is 0, 0, 0. Then I'm going to draw a line of 1 millimeter, quite a small line. So I just zoom in, able to view it. Then I'm going to edit the vertexes by double clicking on it, then selecting edit vertex. I'm going to edit specifically the widths. So the first point, the one marked in X, I want it to remain the same thickness, so I leave it at 0. The second point, for the second segment, I want it to be 1. So click enter, like that. Then I'm going to draw another line using the polyline tool, this time of 1 millimeter, passing at the head of the arrow. So I'm going to just use this at an offset 1 millimeter to the top and 2 millimeters to the bottom, like that. Double click on it, edit the width. I want the width to be 0.1 millimeters, like that. I select the whole thing. I create a block. I'm going to name it rebar arrow, like that. The block unit, I'm going to give it unitless. Everything else I'll leave as is. Then I click OK. I'm going to delete this. Next up, I'm going to draw the callout mark. So it's usually a circle, so I use the circle tool. The center also, keep it at the origin. Diameter of 1 millimeter or 1 unit, like that. And I'm going to hatch it with a solid color, like that. Then I create a block with it. I'm going to call it callout mark, like that. Then the units, keep it unitless. Everything is okay. Then I click OK. Then I delete this. Next up, I'm going to use the dimensioning styles menu to create an annotation style menu for our work. So I'm going to go to manage dimension styles. By selecting the standard, I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to call it detailing annotations. Press on continue. So I'm beginning with the symbols and arrows. Select the arrow that I had created. So go to user arrow, then select rebar arrow. Okay. So I'm using a scale of 100 or 1 to 100. So I'm going to give it an arrow size of 100 since the unit size was 1 millimeter. The arrow size was 1 millimeter. After that, I go to the lines. I suppress the extension lines. Then I change the color, keep it by layer. Then I go to the text. I can pick a text style which coincides with the scale of 1 to 100, or I can just change the text height here to 100. As that, as you can see. Then I'm going to change the text placement for the vertical. I want it to be above, like that. Then I'm going to offset the dimension line to be around 5 units. Then go to the Fit tab. I'm going to change the text placement. I want it to be over the dimension line, the top like that. Then I also want to place the text manually like that. Then that's it, I think, for this point. Then I click on OK. Then I set it as current. Then I close. Now let's see how we can utilize it. So I go back to our example here. So we just pick, first of all, you change the layer, the detailing annotations. Then you make sure we are on the detailing annotation style, as we have set it as current. So start dimensioning. We begin with these simple ones. So from this point to this point. As you can see, I can now set the text wherever I want, like that. So it's very neat. The next step, I'm going to place the callout marks. So insert callout mark. Go down here and select scale. I want a scale of 100. Enter. And I place it on this point, like that. So I made prior calculations. This is around 15 T10s, 200 B2 Mark 01. That. Let me do the same for this one. I just copy this. Like that. Oops, I can also copy this one. Like that. Oops, let me just change a few things. It's now T2. Oh, even the bar mark has to be changed. Like that. Now I'm going to do for these other ones. These ones seem more complicated because they are similar. So pick dimensions. Select this point to this point. Need to be close, like that. Then I do the same here. So I need to coincide with this. But I'll move the text a bit closer, right there. Then I'll just continue, go to annotate, continue the dimension, like that. Select it, and to move it to the center, like that. Then just stretch it out, like that. So these ones will require around 22. I'm just going to select it, specify 22. You can decide to move it, perhaps this side. It has gone much further. Remove that. Like that. This one will require 14. Like that. So a total of 36. Like that. Then I'm just going to copy the callout marks from here. We engage the snap at that point and at that point. So I want to move these ones closer, just a bit of editing work here. Like that. Yeah. Then now we want to edit this. I want to suppress a couple of things here. So you select that dimension line, then press Ctrl 1 to access the quick properties. Then you want to suppress the arrows. Don't want any arrows here, like that. So we can join these two using just a simple line. From this point to this point, simple as that. So there you have it, simple way to come up with your own detailing arrows and detailing styles. If you found this video useful, don't hesitate to like it, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.